Good evening. Welcome to Game 2 of the President's Day Tournament, where your Bishop Gorman Gales will be taking on the Kern County Knights. Gales kicking off the second game after a 3-0 win earlier against the Wildcats. Both Wildcats and the Knights here this evening, part of the Los Angeles Knights High School Hockey League, which operates just north of the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League, which the Gales play in for league play. I'll once again apologize for the issues earlier today. Hopefully we've got this all worked out. Everything appears to be running without issues. Knock on wood. Game from earlier today was recorded. We'll go ahead and get that uploaded here shortly. Should be done before the day is over. Dylan Kelly was in net for game 1 of the weekend. Jim Schmier expected to take the net for this evening. After this, Gales will be playing, I believe, around 1 o'clock tomorrow against the Bozeman Ice Dogs out of Bozeman, Utah. Clarification here. Game tomorrow, playing the Bozeman Ice Dogs. That game will be at 1 and 5 p.m. Pacific time. From there, they'll get the standings all worked out, and there will be semifinal games around 9 p.m. Sunday. Championship games, should we get there, be midday Monday, President's Day. All right, nets are in place. Just waiting for the refs, waiting for the whistle, and we'll get this started. right, getting ready to call out the starting. Sorry, the guest team. Kern County Knights wearing yellow. Number 6, Jeff Baldy. Number 75, Paul Davis. Number 89, Dunnigan. #23, Aiden Posner. And number 38, Tristan Chaberta. And James Schmier in net. All right. Davis in for the faceoff. Gales win it. Recure it back to Posner. Posner, Baldy. Baldy chips it up to Davis. Davis brings it in the zone, sends it just over the net. Dunnigan comes in, presses the player to the board. Davis brings it back along, fishes up to Dunnigan, and Knight's clear. That'll be an icing. Kick off the first shift. Puck's going to come on back to the Gales' defensive zone. Sorry, folks. Face off. Puck went up in the air. Over by Posner, gloved and out of the ring. Going to retry the face-off here just to the right of the goalie. Gales win the face-off. Puck comes back to the blue line. Back from Posner to Baldy. Baldy shot. Picked up by Davis. Sends it to Baldy. Baldy looks to send it deep. Boys need to tag up here. Should have been offsides as Schuberta played it, but they're going to let it go. Davis to the forecheck. Schuberta in the corner, working with Davis. Schuberta with a reverse check. Kept in by Martin. Martin sends it over along the wall, and the Knights look for a place. Creel comes in with a hit. Miller brings it into the zone and dumps it. Tritton gets a stick on there. Back out to Martin. Shot. With the save. Puck comes back around the boards into the corner. Cash Johnson sends it over to Creel. Creel takes a hit behind the net. That will crash Tritton. Money line. Working here. It comes back out to Miller. Miller shot through the crowd and off the goalie's pads. Johnson sends it back to Creel. Got tied up. And the Knights send it around. Picked up by Martin. Kept in. Kicked back in. Creel goes in for another hit. Martin drives it up. Takes a hit along the boards. And gives a hit in return. And Martin's going to head to the box. And he will. Yale's going to go on the penalty kill, much to the chagrin of the very vocal Knights parents. Evan Davis, O'Hara, it's like Swanson and Stepancic in for the kill. O'Hara sends it around the boards, tries to get out the zone, and makes it as the defenseman was not able to stop it. Nice trying to pass around through the neutral zone, send it back to the defenseman. Swanson puts some pressure, forces a pass. Davis able to pick that off. O'Hara scoops it up and up and out and in the neutral zone. Stepancic going to beat him. Knights with a stretch pass. Comes out to Baldy. Baldy sends it. Stepancic forces the defenseman to pass it along the goal line. Stretch pass didn't connect, and Posner is going to grab it. Chip it up through the neutral zone and in. Swanson. Swanson and Davis in for your forward set. Posner and Baldy in. Puck comes out. Davis chips it up. 52 seconds left. Davis brings it up. Shot. Stick on stick. Couldn't get enough on it. And Knights go to bring it the other direction. And off to send it in deep. Baldy. Scoop that up back behind the goal line. Chips it around. Set out in front of the crease. Posner picks it up. 28 seconds. Chips it up to Davis. Davis brings it across. Tries to get a shot off. Dunnigan comes in. Sport. There hits a weird bounce at the line there. Dunnigan gets a stick on it and stops the forecheck. The Knights. Icing waved off. O'Hara brings it around the net. 4 seconds left. Tritton on the forecheck. Got Johnson with him. Martin comes out. Cash Creel in. O'Hara tips it up at the feet of the Knights player. Stretch pass picked up by Evan Davis. Evan Davis is going to bring it up along the boards. Creel has it. Trying to do a crossing pass. Hits player skate. Johnson picks up the loose puck. Sends it up to Tritton. Tritton feeds it across. It's on net. Goalie sends it wide and in the neutral zone. It's at the feet of Johnson. Sends it up. Kings. LA parents doing LA parent things as Evan Davis sends it in the zone. Martin comes into the blue line. Miller for the other side. Money line working down deep. Comes out to Miller. Miller tries to get a shot across. Hits a player. Has it through the center. Drops back to Creel. Creel sends it back to Tritton. Tritton winds up. Shot. Goal! Cash Johnson tips it in on a shot from Tritton. And the Gales go up 1-0. 9:46 remaining in the first period. Crochet in at center with Stepancic and Swanson. Martin and Miller still there on defense. Miller gloves it and walks it in. Crochet causing chaos behind the net there. Stepancic comes in, forces the defenseman to turn around. Knights decide to send it around. Glove down by Martin. Martin goes to send it deep off a player. Stepancic has it. Shot just to the right of the goal. Swanson has it in the corner. He's got Crochet with him. Swanson gets tied up. Crochet pins him. Stepancic staying high. Waiting for a loose puck. Comes out the other direction. Martin engages. Community Boys up in one space. Swanson still battling in the corner with Crochet. Stepancic on the defensive side. Comes out. Stepancic has it. Trying to get a shot off. Backhand shot. Off the pads. Regains it. Sends it over to Crochet. Crochet brings it back towards the blue line, out through the neutral zone for a regroup. Comes out to Swanson. Swanson couldn't hold on to it. Martin brings it up. Shot off the stick and up and into the netting. All right, Schuberta, Davis, Dunnigan with Posner and Baldy at the blue line. Davis in for the faceoff. Gales win the faceoff, comes out to the blue line. Baldy able to keep, and they're going to say that was offsides. Faceoff in the neutral zone. Gales win it. Back to Posner. Posner sends it up to Dunnigan. Dunnigan sends it deep. And the Gales get to work. Schuberta gets there first. Davis staying on the defensive side. At the feet of Davis. Just brings it into the circle. Davis sends it over to Schuberta. Comes out behind the goal line. Comes around, but picked up by Posner. Posner sends it out to Davis. Dunnigan now keeping it pinned. Davis kicks it to himself. Comes away. Comes out to Schuberta. Schuberta goes to drop it back to Baldy. Baldy, shot. Goes high. Loose out front. Comes out to Baldy again. Shot. Off the goalie's pads. Helmet. Up and over the net. Still in play. Comes out to Posner. Couldn't hold on to it. And we have 3-on-1 the other direction. Davis back checking. Davis picks up the pass. Shot. Well over the net. Baldy ties up the stick. Davis comes in for support. Shot off the pads and wide. That is their second shot on goal. Dunnigan sends it deep, and the Gales go for a change. Game is getting feisty. Davis with a shot. Game's getting a little feisty here, and the parents are cheering the hits. I think they forgot it's a hockey game. Evan Davis feeds it up to Cash Creel. Cash Creel brings it in. Beats the defenseman. Comes out. Shot. Just over the net. Davis goes to fish it up. Creel comes in. Gales trying to keep it in the zone, and they do. Knights send it. No icing. Evan Davis sends it around. Correction gets tied up. Couldn't hold on to it. Comes the other direction. Loose out front. Tritton gets a stick in there. Chips it up to Creel. Creel sends it into the neutral zone. Knights go for defensive regroup. Send it across. Picked up by the Gales. Johnson chips it up. Trying to hit Creel. And he does. Shea working on the forecheck along the corner. It's loose out front. Martin's going to bring it around. Martin sends it out to the blue line. Shot. Tipped. Just wide. Shot from Frank Stepancic working on his defenseman. Comes around. Frank's going to pick it up. Couldn't hold on to it. Bouncing puck. Gales back checking. Stick on stick. And tied up. Couldn't get a shot off. And All right, getting a little dicey at the end of that one, as the Knights players went unhinged almost as much as their parents, who again forgot this was a hockey game. Looks like we might have an ejection. After the play, one of the Gales players got tied up and thrown into the boards. Davis comes off to support. All right, Knights player was ejected for the scrum. Not sure if they're going to put that on as a major, 5-minute major, or a 10-minute. It's going to be 5-on-3. Davis, Dunnigan, and Schiberta with Martin and Miller. Waiting to see how it's going to flesh out. So we got two players in the box for Kern County Knights. One of used to be three players. One of them went off into the locker room to get changed for the night. Still not sure what they're going to put up. Two 2-minute penalties on the board. Got two refs for the games this weekend. They're still trying to work out all the numbers and do the math. Don't forget to carry the one. 4:48 remaining in the first period. And this is going to be a pretty long game. Boys are going to need to start stretching here in a bit. Shots on net, 8-3 in favor of the Gales. All right, we get back to hockey or whatever we're going to call this. Thanks to the Kern County Knights. Thought we were going to do a face-off. Apparently we're going to do All right. So the numbers, what we're looking at right now, we have a 2-minute minder for number 93 for the Knights. Looks like 72 has a major, a 5-minute major that will not come off the board after a goal is scored. Player was ejected for fighting. I believe that was the player who came up behind Colin Davis and yanked it on his helmet from behind. All right, and then we have 3 players. Sorry, 3 players in the box for Kern County. I believe that was going to be serving a 2 and a 10. We'll see how this plays out here. 1-0, 4:48 remaining in the first period after 30 minutes. Davis, Dunnigan, Shiberta. Davis wins it. Shiberta sends it to the blue line. Back to the blue line. Back to Miller. Miller sends it out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan gets tied up. Davis comes into support. Sent the other direction. Baldy. Sorry, not Miller. That was Baldy. Baldy and Martin in. This is Davis. Davis shot off the face mask. Loose out front. Sent wide by the Knights. Martin sends it over to Baldy. Shot off the post. Going to be frustrated with that shot. Martin settles the puck and brings it around. Stretch pass out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan brings it in. Drops it to Davis. Davis walks it up. Drops it back. Miscommunication on part of Davis. Baldy sends it out Shiberta. Shiberta to Dunnigan. Dunnigan drops it to Shiberta and sends it deep. Davis looks around behind the goal. It's tied up. Keeps it. Flicks it over to Dunnigan. And it's going to go back the other direction. Couldn't hold it at the blue line. Gale's really needing to work on some passing. Money line in now. Johnson brings it around through the center, crosses the blue line. Sends it to Martin. Martin to Miller. Miller down to Tritton. Tritton back to Martin. He's got time. Sends it to Miller. Shot off the player and wide. Comes back out to Miller. Martin hits a pad and goes wide. Tritton trying to send it around. 2 seconds left in one of the penalties. We are at 5-on-4. Comes out. Goes over to Miller. Miller walks up. Sends it across to Creel. Went in. Couldn't connect. It's a great shot. Great opening back to the backside of the net. After Tritton. Tritton drops it over to Miller. Able to hold on to it. It's battling in the corner there. 2:36 remaining on the major. 2:18 left in the period. Gales need to pick it up here and take advantage of the power play. And couldn't hold on to that stretch pass. Comes back around. Miller walks it up. He's got Evan Davis with him. Creel brings it back behind the goal. Out to Evan Davis. Shot off the goalie's blocker and sent wide. Creel scoops it up along the wall. And cleared. 1:54 remaining. Miller picks it up. Going to walk it up himself. Evan Davis picks it up. Shot. Loose out front. And Japancic came in. Japancic keeps it. Dingles around. Loose out front. Comes out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis holds it. Shot. Loose out front. Japancic with a follow-up shot. Comes back out to Miller. Shot. Tipped. Couldn't connect. Comes back out just over the stick of Miller before we could wind up with the follow-up. And they're going to go ahead and call icing on that one. All right, Davis, Shiberta, Baldy and Martin. Some different looks from the lineups in this power play. 1:13 left. Gales need to start piecing something together here. Davis wins it, sends it back to Martin. Martin brings it around at full speed. Walks it in. Shot. Goalie kicks it off the boarings. Stoppage of play here as they get the goal shuffled around. 1 minute left. 2 players in the box now for the Knights. Davis wins the faceoff, heads back to Baldy. Baldy chips it up to Shiberta. Shiberta to Davis. Davis shot off the goalie's glove and wide. Shiberta sends it back around to Dunnigan. Dunnigan to Martin. Martin trying to send it across, but it hits a stick on the process. It goes wide. Baldy sets it up around the faceoff dot, sends it out to Colin Davis. Colin Davis brings it across. Sends it across, trying to hit Dunnigan. Shot just wide of the net and bounces in favor of the Knights. Baldy gloves it to keep the breakout, or the dump. 17 seconds left, 5 left in the period. Gales unable to convert on the 5-on-3 and the ensuing 5-on-4 as we go into the second period. All right, Gales kicking up the second period here with a 1-0 lead. 12 seconds of power play. Money line out with Baldy and Posner. Knights win that one and lose it going into the zone. Pass across to Creel. Creel's going to bring it in. Creel beats the defenseman. And we're back to 5-on-5. Baldy winds up, shot, loose out front. The goalie able to pick that up. Creel doing his thing. Tritton in for the faceoff. Knights able to come away with it. The Baldy able to send it along the boards, up just out of reach of Tritton. Creel chips it up to Tritton. Tritton dodges the hit. Puck comes back the other direction. Baldy able to scoop it up and chips it up to the blue line. Creel sends it in, dodges the hit. Posner picks up the puck in the neutral zone and wires it in. Tritton sends it out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis shot. Loose out front. And that's going to be an icing on the Knights. Boucher, Zapancic, and Swanson in. Knights win it, send it. O'Hare couldn't hold it at the blue line, and it's a foot race into the Gales' offensive zone. Loose and sent around by Evan Davis. The best look the Knights have had so far on the bouncing puck. And we have a breakaway going the other direction. Almost. The Knights players having a difficult time with offsides. Boucher into the faceoff. Puck loose at the feet. Comes out. Martin sends it over to Miller. Miller to Spancic, who brings it in. Swanson couldn't hold on to it. Comes back the other direction. Gale's trying to do a little too much here. Knights send it in the zone. Martin picks it up. High hit on Martin, not called. Spancic brings it around. Comes out to Spancic. Shot off the pad. Loose out front. Spancic regroups and gets it. Jumps it back. Davis picks it up. Sends it into the corner. Sends it out to Martin. Martin winds up. Puts it back behind the goal line. It's loose in the crease. Spancic with a backhand shot. It's loose out front. Davis trying to battle. Davis able to hold on to it, keep it in the zone. Sends it back out to Spancic. Spancic trying to hit Martin, but picked up en route. Jennings now on the ice. As Spancic comes off for a change, Dunnigan comes in. Dunnigan brings it along the wall into the corner. He's back at the Miller. Miller walks it around the corner. Out to Davis. Davis springs along the blue line. Shot, loose out front. Goalie diving save. Puck's back behind the goal line. Martin feeds out into the crease. No one capitalized on it. Miller able to keep it in play with Dunnigan. Puck up and over the glass and out of play. Tritten in for the faceoff with Creel and Schberta. Creel battling, takes a hit to the head. Puck comes back up to Baldy. Baldy walks around and say holding on. I believe Creel, as the Gales will go on the penalty kill. With 11:27 remaining in the second period. Schberta, Tritten, Baldy, and Bosner will cover the kill. Fresh 2-minute penalty on the board. Tritten in for the faceoff. Knights win it. Trying to sending it to the point. Didn't make the connection. Schberta on a strong forecheck. Comes back out to Tritten, and Tritten dumps it. Comes out to Baldy. Baldy dumps it in, and the boys will need to tag up. Knights send it across into the zone. Shot goes wide. Baldy picks it up, shovels it out. Shot, bouncing puck. And Gale's clear. Schberta on the forecheck. Schberta wins it. Loose out in front, kicks to the side. Tritten comes in, gets a shot on net, but picked up. Schberta comes off. Jennings comes in. Couldn't hold on to it. Tritten's going to go on the forecheck with Jennings. Shot just over the net. Held in by O'Hara, who's in with Baldy. Jennings dodges the hit as Tritton comes off. And Evan Davis and Cash Johnson now in for the kill. O'Hara chips it up. Couldn't hold on to it. The boys get tangled up. Center ice. High in the slot there. And Jennings in the break it by himself through the neutral zone. Walks it in ever so casually and gets a shot on net. 32 seconds remaining. Gale's clear. Cash Johnson able to steal that. And Jennings dumps it back in as Cash Johnson gets to work. Poaches the puck away. Walks it around. And Gales go back for a defensive regroup because it's so easy. And we are back to 5-on-5 play. Spanza comes in. He's tied up at the head. Boucher comes in now. Forces a pass. Miller sends it back around the boards. Pancek's going to get there. Comes back out. And that's going to be an icing. As Miller beat him to the puck. Face off from Gale's defensive zone. Boucher to Pancek. And Swanson with Martin and Miller at the blue line. Puck comes out. Along the boards. At the feet of Swanson. All three Gale forwards battling there. Comes out. Couldn't be held in by Martin. Martin's going to send it out to Miller. Miller wires it in. Just off net. Comes around. Swanson may get a shot off. But it gets... Stick comes in. Swanson digging for the puck. Swanson comes away with it. Dingles around. Couldn't get a shot off. Boucher gets a stick in there, and the puck's still in play. Boucher comes around, picks it up to Martin. Shot. Goalie sends it wide. Another follow-up shot by Boucher. Also sent wide. At the feet of Swanson and Stepancic. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Kept in by Martin. Martin able to get it in and keep it in play. Long shift. And the Knights are going to head to the box. For roughing number 19. As the Gales go on another power play. 7:55 remaining in the second period. Shots on net 20-4 in favor of the Gales. Goalie for the Knights keeping them in this one. Jennings, Davis, Dunnigan, as well as Martin and Miller. Davis wins the faceoff, brings it around the goal line, sends it through the front, trying to hit Jennings. Martin chips it up, bouncing puck. Davis couldn't hold on to it. Jennings forces a pass, comes out to Miller. Miller keeps it in play. Back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan shot off the skate and wide. Martin dumps it up to Jennings. Jennings trying to feed it across. Kept in play by Davis. Actually makes it in the neutral zone. Miller couldn't hold on to it. Sends it across to Martin. Martin brings it in. Trying to hit Dunnigan. Jennings in the corner. Send it to Dunnigan. Dunnigan shot. Blocked. Another shot by Miller. Hits a player. It's up in the air. Davis has it. Shot. Turns around. Wide. Dunnigan sends it around. Miller pinches up. And puck gets sent out on net. Schmier will field that one and send it out to Davis. Davis goes the other direction. Sends it up to Schiberta. Schiberta walks it in. He's got Cash Johnson with him. Davis goes for a change. And Tritton comes in. Loose up front. Held in by Martin. clean. And I believe Johnson's going to get one for tripping or hooking. And we will have 35 seconds of 4-on-4 play. Shot up and over the net. Knights send it around the boards. 4-on-4. Gales need to be a little bit more aggressive. Comes out to the feet of Schiberta. Schiberta's going to bring it through. Bobbling puck in front of the net. Comes back out to Baldy. Baldy sends it across. Shot. Goal! Posner for the Gales. Makes it a 2-0 game. That is goal number 2 for Posner for the weekend. Currently a point per game during 4-on-4 play with 5:59 remaining in the second period. Shots on goal, 24-4 in favor of the Gales. Posner, Baldy, Davis, and Jennings in now for the faceoff. Davis sends it over to Jennings. Jennings back to Baldy. Shot from Baldy, gloved, was on net. Would have been icing otherwise. Stretch pass, nobody home. That's going to be the most icing that ever icing. There was nobody there. Said, come on back. O'Hara and Evan Davison now at the blue line. Davison for the face-off. Sends it to the wall. And the Knights come away with it. They are 5-on-4 now in favor of the Knights. 1:03 left in the penalty kill. Jennings pressing in the zone. Comes out. Davis picks it up. Jennings he's got Davis with him. Sends it across. Couldn't hit Davis. Actually, maybe does, maybe doesn't. The Knights try to figure out where they want to go with this. O'Hara gets a stick on it. Jennings with a huge hit. Davis brings it the other direction. Davis leaves something behind. Chipped up and over and out. 28 seconds left in the penalty kill. Miller can just take his time back there. Sweet time. Chipped out to Swanson. Stretch pass. Battles in there by himself. Gets tied up and held. The Gales get a change in. Swanson keeps it in. All right. That was fine walking there by Swanson on the blue line, but they're going to go ahead and say that was offsides. So we're going to bring it out in the neutral zone. Crochet, Swanson, Martin, and Miller. 5 seconds left. 4-on-4. Swanson, hook checks and keeps it. We are back to 5-on-5 play. Spancic comes in as the 5th player. Miller brings it across as the forward into the center. Couldn't get the shot off. Comes back around. Spancic back on defense. Cover. Sends up to Miller. Taps it down and ushers it into the zone. Picked up by Martin and set back up. Picked up by Swanson now. Swanson is having a great game so far. Just needing a goal here. Shot by Miller off the pads into the corner. Boucher dingles around, trying to feed it back up, and he does. Knight's going to get there first. Comes back around to Martin. Martin to Sabancic. Drops it to Boucher. Martin gonna walk it up. Shot. Goal! Goal, Tyler Martin to make it a 3-0 game with 3:33. How you like that? Number 3 to make it 3 with 3:33 in the second period. We almost got there. If it was the third period, we have that alliteration dialed in. Let's continue with that. Let's go with the cash line with the face-off. Tritton sends it back to Posner. Posner sends it into the zone. Puck comes out to Creel. Creel on the goal line. Shot. Loose out front. No one there to follow up. Creel on the back check. Picks it up. Ties up a player. Takes him down. Because that's what he does. Tritton sends it around. Trying to hit Posner. Lost a little energy on the way over. Baldy holding thing down his own. Pass Johnson brings it in by himself. Knights trying to get a break out of some sort. Posner feeds it back up to Tritton. Knights off to try to send it airborne, but picked up and right back in. It's in play. It's live. As it came off the Knights player into their own zone. Posner's like, I got room. Posner's got room. He wants another one. Real working around the corner. Feeds it over to Tritton. Out to Posner. Posner sends it out to Tritton. Off the shin guards. Loose out front. Feed it up. Comes out to Posner. Posner back out to Tritton. Off the shin guards again. Someone's going to need some Tylenol after this game. Creel chips it up the wall and over to Baldy. Baldy over to Posner. Shot up, skating wide. No, this is not a power play, though it would look like it. Nice, come out the other direction. Creel comes in with a poke check. Comes out to Posner. Posner dodges a hit. Kid wasn't even trying to play hockey. Jennings comes in with Dunnigan. Davis in now as well. Yeah, that's going to be an icing. Knights playing hit 'em hockey and missing quite a bit. Apologize if there's a little extra color to the commentary this evening. These are a little fun here with the parents. Very vocal California parents. O'Hara, Evan Davis, Colin Davis, Jennings, and Dunnigan. O'Hara gets a shot, sends it into the corner. Davis going to get there first. Davis and Jennings moving together. It goes out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis shot. Hits I believe the skate of Colin Davis goes wide. Comes out to O'Hara. O'Hara shot. Hits Davis. Davis walks it up. Sends it across. And picked up by O'Hara. Davis scoops it up as there was a Knight player forechecking. Sends it across to Jennings. Jennings couldn't get a shot off. Feeds up to Dunnigan. Kept in by Evan Davis and sent back around the boards. Colin Davis is going to get there first. 28 seconds left. O'Hara's going to get there. Davis drops back on defense. Jennings has it. Trying to get a shot off. Loose out along the goal line. Jennings had 3 players on him. Sends it across to O'Hara. Shot. Loose out front. Davis backhand shot. Glove down. And the Knights save the end of that period. All right, we kick this one off with Semantic Crochet, Swanson, Martin, and Miller. Knights come away with it, but picked up by the Gales. Could have been a kneeing penalty. Hudson around, Swanson picks it up. Crochet was driven into the boards. Appears to be good. Miller has it, feeds it up to Swanson. Dodges a hit, gets tripped up, couldn't hold on to it. At the feet of Martin. Martin sends it across, but no one's there. Martin's going to bring it up himself. He's got 3 on 2. Sends it across. Puck sent around the boards. Shot. And Miller with a shot. Goalie able to hold on to that one. Money line in with Baldy and Posner. Gales win it back to Baldy. Baldy has room to walk it up. Shot tipped off the pads and goes wide over to the corner. Creel battles. Pat Johnson picks it up. Brings it around the corner. Feeds it back to Creel. Creel with nobody on him. Shot just left of the net. Feeds it back to Baldy, but picked up in the process. Set up. Boys need to tag up. And the Gales get back to work. Picked up by Johnson. Cash Johnson shot. Creel shot up in the air. Johnson has it back behind the goal line. Goes out to Tritton. Tritton with a shot. Goalie sends it wide. The goalie for the team keeping him in this one. Multiple shots. Creel gets tied up. Comes out and held in by the Gales and fed back up. Johnson comes off. Dunnigan in. Tritton goes along to the wall. Baldy of the stick lift. And the Gales go on the forward check. Baldy brings it in. Deeks and dangles. Sends it across to Jennings. Jennings sends it to O'Hara. Shot off the blocker to Davis. Davis bouncing puck over the stick. And cleared. That's going to be an icing. It's going to come on back as the Knights are starting to feel the third period shots on goal right now. 34-4 in favor of the Gales. Only 3-0. Goalie keeping them in it. 12:03 remaining in the third period. Davis, Jennings, Dunnigan with Evan Davis and O'Hara. O'Hara with a shot. Gets stickers up in the air. Glove down by Davis. Davis keeps it in. Shot off the blocker. Jennings there. Couldn't get a shot off. Fed back up by O'Hara. Jennings working along the wall. Davis scoops it up. Brings it down to the center. Shot just over the net. Other players along the glass there. And the Knights come away with it. 2-on-1 the other direction. And O'Hara with a huge save. Fed up. O'Hara diving with the stick down to have the puck chip up in the air. Prevent a connection on the 2-on-1, 2-on-0 breakaway. Davis feeds it up to Jennings as the Gales go for a change. Gibberta comes in. Shot. Loose out front. Almost. Both lines. Both teams at the end of their shift there. And Gibberta came with a fresh set of legs. A little speed that they were not expecting. Shea, Spancic, and Gibberta with Martin and Miller, blue line. .10:48 remaining in the third. Knights chip it up and into the zone. It's a foot race. Martin's going to get there. Sends it to Miller. Miller to Spancic. Spancic to Gibberta. Threaded back to Spancic. Couldn't get a shot off. So he's going to bring it around. Drops it back to Gibberta. Comes out to Crochet. Crochet gets tied up. And that is going to be an icing. .10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third period. Shea wins it back to Baldy. Baldy with a shot on net, loose out front. Posner not at an angle where he can grab that one. He's got room if he wants to take it. Or just dump it in. Spancic sends it up front. Crashing, Crochet was not able to make the connection there. Then back up to Posner. Posner sends it back in. See how they want to cover this one here. Coach upset about the call, but he literally boarded a player who didn't even have the puck, 5 feet from the puck, wasn't even going to get the puck. It's going to be a 2 and a 10 for number 11. Number 15 will be serving the penalty. Written into the faceoff. Gales couldn't hold on to it. They try to clear by the Knights and unable to. Creel keeps it at the blue line, sends it across to Cash Johnson. Shot just over the net. Boys getting the puck down. Creel hit in the head. No call. Comes in. Puck's loose behind the goal line. Out to Creel. Creel couldn't get a shot off. Martin walks it around. It's getting hung up. Comes out, and Miller's going to bring it back to the neutral zone. 1:25 remaining in the power play. Miller brings it in, dangles around, and it actually comes back out. Written to Creel. Creel to Miller. Miller gets a shot on net, bouncing puck out to the corner. And Creel picks it up, sends it out to Martin. Martin Johnson. Top shelf goal from his knees to make it a 4-0 game. Dunnigan, Jennings, Davis with O'Hara and Evan Davis at the blue line. 8:48 remaining in the third period. Gales come away with it, goes into the corner. It's in play. Nope, they're going to say it popped out. Miller has the assist on the Johnson goal. Davis wins it, sends it over to Dunnigan. Dunnigan fielding the puck. Puck comes out to Davis. Davis brings it in the zone. Sends it out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan shot. Sent wide by the goalie. Davis battles behind the goal line. Sends it to Jennings. Tries getting a shot from behind the goal off the goalie's paddle. Oh, Davis getting pinched. Sends it out. And the boys will tag up and get back to work. Jennings working in the corner. Jennings shot. Off the leg and wide. Jennings gets to the other side of the ice and prevents him from sending the puck out. Davis comes in for support. Comes out to Evan Davis. Puck comes around. And O'Hara's there. And O'Hara's going to head to the box. So O'Hara's going to head, which they're going to call elbow. Parents for the Knights upset that it should have been a 2 and a 10. Posner gets the clear. Antipancic at lightning speed. Comes out. Swanson couldn't get a shot off before it comes back the other direction. Off the skate of Baldy. Sorry, folks, losing my voice a little bit here. Baldy goes to try to send it over. We can hold it in the corner. Got a minute 28 left. Comes up to the blue line. Shot. Glove save. James to make it 8 shots on goal through 2 periods and a third. 6:42 remaining in the third period. Gales at 40 shots. Colin Davis in for the faceoff. They win it off the legs of a Gales player. Puck comes back the other direction. Jennings bringing it up by himself. He's got 2 guys on him. Takes a hit in the process. That's all good. That's all well. Jennings still battling. Davis shot. And the goalie able to make a save. Just can't. Davis picks it up. Keeps it to himself. Davis going to hold it back. Trying to hit the point. Davis holding it down. Got 2 players on him. He'll hold it. 41 seconds left. Cerrita comes in. Davis holding it down in the corner. Davis comes off. Picked up by Miller. Miller's going to bring it back in. We are back to 5-on-5 in 3 seconds here. Shot off the pad. Martin has it. Another shot. Gloved. Loose out front. Tried to be cleared. It comes back out to Martin. Martin buying position on the way to the puck. And puck comes the other direction. 2-on-2 as the Gales get a nice back check. And puck comes back the other direction. Try to clear. Knight's unable to do so. They try dumping it out. Bouncing puck through neutral zone. Miller sends it up. Couldn't connect. And it's going to come back up to Martin. 4:43 remaining. Puck walks its way over to Schiberta, who dangles, dodges a hit. Schiberta sends it up to Crochet. Off the post. He's going to be upset about that one. The patience he had on that shot. Cycled back around to Crochet, but over a stick. Puck comes along the boards. Johnson feeds it to Swanson. Swanson back to the point. Back to the other point. Posner couldn't hold on to that one. Had a little too much velocity on the backside of the stick. Johnson holding it down. Feeds it out to Posner. Posner has got one already on the game. Says, now we'll send it deep. Let's play safe. I want a little bit more room. Posner sends it back. We have 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We can keep this up. Back out to the point for Baldy. Baldy walks it up. Shot. Hits a player loose out front. Swanson with a shot. Hits. Gales have a delayed penalty. Didn't even realize. Gales still have it. Baldy feeds it over to Tritton. Tritton shot. And great save by the goalie. Tritton with a clean shot right where it needed to be. Goalie just made a good save. Goalie getting in some extra work. .3:19 remaining. Very emotional Knights player slamming the door. Money line in. And the M&M line up the blue line. Comes out to Martin now. Martin feeds it over to Miller. Sends it across. And Johnson couldn't get a shot off. Puck goes over the stick. Martin in hot pursuit. And he gets a stick in there.